She put her hand to the mirror, but was horrified to find that her hand actually stretched into it. Her friend beside him also hurriedly tried to do it, but he actually touched the floor in the mysterious space. In order to explore the mystery in the mirror, the clever old black take video from mobile phone, and then stretched it into the mirror. When they saw the video, they found that the mirror was the same room as here. At this time, Jerry couldn't help but rush in. The mirror flashed, and he actually entered the world in the mirror. Looking at the empty room, he decided to go outside. But when he just walked out of the house, he heard the sound of frolicking. He carefully leaned against the wall and explored forward, but the scene in front of him shocked him. He actually saw himself and his friends barbecue in the yard. He quickly took out his mobile phone and recorded this scene, and then came out of the mirror world. His friends were shocked by Jerry's description. They tried to experiment with the time difference inside and outside the mirror. Unexpectedly, it was only a short 10 seconds outside, and half an hour had passed in the mirror. They found, the time flow rate on both sides of the mirror was 180 times different. At this time, Jerry rushed in again, and Babel also hurried to chase him, but in just a few seconds, Jerry had already disappeared. Facing the empty room, Babel had to turn back. At this time, Jerry also turned back. When they entered together holding hands, they were able to arrive at the same space at the same time, which shows that there are countless time and space in the mirror, and they are in different time differences. Finally, they found a way to close the channel. As long as the mirror is straightened, it will immediately become an ordinary bronze mirror. What is the best thing for such a heaven-defying artifact? Their answer turned out to be to roll up their colleagues to death. They worked hard in the mirror world for more than a month, and only a few hours in the real world, they smashed the results in the face of the clients. Because of mirror they getting a huge success in the present world. Now the people in the mirror world suffered. Several people sneaked in, quietly took other people's wallets, and then went straight to the mall, buying everything they liked like ashes, until they spent all their cash and maxed out all their credit cards. After they moved the items again and again, all kinds of luxury goods filled the room. In just a few days, the poor losers became rich. Now, spending money has become their trouble. As fans of Marlon Brando, Jerry and Babel dressed up as their idol and imitated him in a very realistic way. They try to blast the US dollars. Jerry ran towards the line of US dollars with the detonator, but the detonator did not respond. Finally they burning US dollars danced in the air like red butterflies. The two were very interested in the next shooting game. Jerry wanted to find a suitable target, but accidentally found a movie disc called Frankenstein. But the strange thing was that the leading actor was Marlon Brando. Babel was sure that his idol had never participated in this movie. They suddenly realized that the mirror world was not only different from the main world in terms of the speed of time, but also has another parallel time and space. Babel suddenly realized that the luxury goods they were carrying were nothing at all. The technological differences between this place and the main world civilization were the most valuable. So he began to collect high-tech products that the main world did not have on a large scale. After returning, he first invented a portable e-reader, and then launched a foldable circuit board, and soon became a household name. TV stations also competed to interview him, and even called him the Edison of the new era. Mary's dream was to become a painter, so she kept visiting famous artists in the parallel world, and after getting photos of their works, and copy them. Her paintings began famous and found in every exhibitions. However, Henry was not interested in these. He only wanted to find his father. It turned out that his father had chosen to commit suicide because of corruption, so he madly entered different time and space. God helps those who work hard, and he finally found the time and space when his father chose to surrender instead of committing suicide. Henry went to the prison and finally saw his father whom he had been thinking about day and night. His father's heartfelt confession made Henry burst into tears. On this side, Jerry was busy with many girls all day long, but never thought this can take his life. Jerry was playing games with the girl on the rooftop. At this time the girl's boyfriend was drunk and rushed over. Henry was playing music and didn't notice anyone came. Henry finally reacted, and he fled back to the main world with Jerry in a panic. The bullet penetrated Jerry's thigh, and the blood did not stop. Mary was frightened and turned pale. She hurriedly found gauze and tried her best to stop the bleeding for Jerry, while Babel watched coldly. Henry anxiously urged him to call the police, but he was indifferent. In the end, Jerry died in front of them. Henry angrily accused Babel of being cold-blooded. He didn't care. He would rather watch his friend die than reveal the secret of the mirror, but he is planning to disappear Jerry's body so police won't find. He decided to use the body to exchange for a fake Jerry. They packed Jerry's body and transported it to a parallel time and space, then stunned Jerry in the parallel world and brought him back to his own time and space. Jerry had just come downstairs in a daze when Babel told that their software sky-high price and they were about to go their separate ways. He also told Google had already invited Jerry. Jerry ate his breakfast and set off excitedly. However, he soon discovered something unusual. Looking at the group photos in the album of his social account, he did not remember taking these photos. He found Mary and told her that his memory was disordered, just like the fairy tale book in his hand, which was clearly a story about a little girl and a dog, but now it has become a story about a little girl and a cat. He felt very confused about this and even doubted his brain. Something went wrong, and Mary was only focused on her own painting exhibition, but her plagiarized works were warmly sought after. No one is interested in her original paintings, which made her sad. Fortunately, Henry came to support her. He noticed that Mary is sad, so he took her home. Mary regretted her stealing behavior, and Henry took out Mary's earlier paintings and praised her talent. The two were affectionate each other. They decided to persuade Babel to stop his previous behavior. However, the next morning, when Mary woke up, but Henry had disappeared. She don't feel good, and immediately went to Henry's house to check, but Henry was gone. However, he was hostile to him. Mary was very angry about this behavior. However, Henry accused him of stealing Jerry's development results and then selling them to others at a high price. His accusation made Mary understand that the Henry in front of her might be the one brought back by Babel from the parallel world, and the real Henry might have been killed. Jerry here sneaked into the house to check, and it happened that Babel came back from the mirror. He pointed a gun at Babel and asked him to explain the truth of everything. Babel explained helplessly and seized the opportunity to attack Jerry. The two immediately fell into a melee. In the chaos, Jerry shot Babel in the abdomen, and another Babel appeared behind him, which made Jerry look confused. The newly appeared Babel raised his high-tech pistol and shot Jerry mercilessly, and even refused to let himself go. Mary looked at everything in front of her in disbelief. Babel simply told him his plan. He had united with himself in the mirror world and planned to collect special high-tech from multiple worlds to rule the main world. As soon as the voice fell, Mary pounced on him. Mary pointed the pistol at Babel, but she couldn't shot. But the pistol was equipped with fingerprint recognition. Mary could only turn around and run away, but the door was also equipped with a high-tech lock. In desperation, she decided to escape to the mirror world through the mirror, but was caught by Babel. At this time, Henry also rushed over. She persuaded Babel to let Mary go. Babel wanted to negotiate terms, but was hit by Mary's elbow and Henry's pistol and was seriously injured. Babel fled into the mirror in a panic. Henry wanted to take Mary away, but Mary rushed to the mirror. It happened that Babel walked out of the mirror, and the closed passage cut him in half. Seeing her friends die tragically in front of her, Mary couldn't hold back her tears anymore. Looking at the tragic mirror, Mary swung an axe and smashed him into pieces. The two packed their luggage and decided to leave this sad place. When passing by a gas station, Mary came to the bathroom. When she was looking in the mirror, a familiar flash of lightning flashed by. After a long time, Mary returned to the car. Henry thought she was not feeling well and did not ask much, but Mary glanced at him strangely, and there seemed to be a secret hidden in her eyes. Watch movies, find an obsession, and continue to update exciting in good movies.